Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to work together on your group project, and in particular, how to use Google Drive as a way of sharing information via the Google Classroom. So one thing to note is you're going to share stuff via the classroom. And if we take a look at Google, going through your inbox or whatever, you'll notice there's a launch pad and you can click on Drive. And when I go to Google Drive, notice it's got the School District 61 logo because it's a special drive. You have unlimited storage space. But more important, you have the ability to quickly and easily share with others in this district. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make a folder. So probably the project manager is going to make a folder and go new folder in their Google Drive and probably call it Maze Game Project. They're then going to create that folder, and you'll see now on my computer, it's highlighted in blue here, that I've got a Maze Game Project folder. So it's similar to the folders that we're used to using. And I can double click on it, and here's the files, and it says drop files here or use the new button. So I can drop and drag here. So let me just show you, and I will do that. Here's my desktop. So I'm going to go to my folder, Drive H, and in my folder, here's my Infotech 10 folder. You can see here's all the files I have, and maybe the maze game that I want the group to work on is right here. So the programmer will put the maze game that they have, and we want to drag and drop. So what I'm going to do, let me just move the window over here. I'm just going to drag and drop. And I drag and drop, it says uploading, and then if I was to look at the folder, you'll see there's the folder on here. So how do I share it with other members of my group? Well, easily. So what we're going to do to share it, I'm going to select share, and if I want to share this folder, what I can do is I highlight it, you'll see it's selected in blue, and if I right click on it, I can get share. So share with people. And then I type the name of the people. So, for example, if I want to share this with Margaret, I can select her from the list. If I want to share it with Edward, I can just type in Edward and share it with Edward, and so forth. So I can just select the people I want to share with, and when I press send, they're going to get a copy of the shareable link, and they can have access to this drive. So they'll have access to this same folder. And so this is where you're going to take stuff and so forth. So suppose one of the people wants to download this. What they'll do is they'll open up through their Google Drive. They'll see they have a share now to this same folder. And if they want to download it, all they need to do is just right click and go download. And when you click download, it's going to download, and it's going to put it into your Drive H download folder. So you're going to go to My Documents, and downloads are in there. Now, sometimes people say, well, what about if I've got 6, maybe you're the graphic person and you've got 6 different graphics. You want to sort of bundle them all together. So I'm just going to select 6 graphics by holding the Control key. So I press the Control key here, and I'll select 6 things, and you'll see they're highlighted in blue. And so if I want to select those 6 graphics and sort of put them together, I can right click on it, and remember the program we have at school called 7-Zip. I can select 7-Zip by right clicking, and I can say add to archive, and I'll call it Infotech 10-Zip. Now in here I've got a folder with a zipper on it, and that's a zip file. So it's a bunch of files together. And what is nice about zipping files, and why I showed you that, is because in here you have to right click and download each one individually. If you've got 10 or 20 resources that you want to, that's a fair bit of downloading and so forth. So to keep things organized, all I do is I zip it, and then I can drag and drop the zip here. And so now you'll see in this folder, in my Google folder for the Maze Game shared folder, that in this Infotech 10-Zip, is the combination of everyone's work here, zipped together. So the 10 files, and I can just right click and download, and I'll get all of those files, the 6 graphics that I had.